Hello and welcome to Destiny. This is a beta that's been released quite recently, and I thought we should have a look at it and do a kind of playthrough of the kind of beta and just give my thoughts on it. It's a pretty good game so far. Not all the stuff's been implemented, but from what I've seen, I have made a level 8 character, and I have seen a lot of the kind of features that are on offer, and it does seem like it's going to be a pretty good game. I was aware of it, but I didn't really look forward to it as a game for some reason. I just missed the boat. A lot of games are coming out, but since I played the beta, I'm actually looking forward to this game, and I'm thinking about buying the full purchase. I'll jump right in, I'll make a new character, and show you what the game's about. The last character was a warlock, as you can see there, an awoken character, so we'll try and do the kind of opposite of that. We'll either go for a titan, or we'll go for the sniper class. Titan there, striker, you can do a giant explosion thing, and then defender has a shield. He's like the assault type, he's the sniper type, and the other guy is the mage type. I did the mage type initially, and it's a pretty fun class. I don't know if we were supposed to, but I focused more on kind of snipers and stuff for him, but I think I was playing it wrong. We'll go for Hunter. I think Hunter is supposed to be the sniper character. So there's all the kind of races. There's 3 races and 2 genders. Obviously there's going to be fucking 2 genders, isn't there? Unless they implement transsexuals or something. So there you go, there's Awoken, male or female, and then there's also Exo, which are like robot type things. Probably go for the robot this time. I've never played as humans on video games, so why the fuck would I do that? I am a human. Sort of. So here we are. There's some customization. I'm not sure if there'll be more in the full kind of release version, or whether it'll just be this. Even if it was this, it would be a pretty good kind of customization screen. There's a couple of options, but I'd like there to be more stuff, to be honest. I don't really think people are bothered about this kind of shit. You don't really see a character, but hey ho, I'm bothered. The game's pretty weird. It's sort of like Halo had a baby with Call of Duty, and then Borderlands spunked all over the baby, and it just it's a weird mix. It's like Borderlands and Call of Duty with a lick of Borderlands paint. It's a good kind of game, don't get me wrong, but it definitely has its influences. And I've just run off that menu, haven't I? No, that's saved. But yeah, it's got its influences for sure. It's made by both Bungie, the developers behind Halo, and Activision, the guys behind Call of Duty. So obviously it is going to have some influences from their past games. Not really a bad thing, to be honest. I mean, the Borderlands theme is more in the kind of graphics and the kind of looting aspect and the kind of team aspect even. Like, you don't have to work in teams, but it's always a persistent world. So even if you go in solo, there'll be other people in your world. And I think it's like 8 or something that kind of appear. I mean, you can help them, you can kill them, you can do what you fucking want, but, you know, it's fun. The one thing I've noticed, though, is there isn't a lot of variation between the classes. Why did I just go on the fucking mage? I don't know how you work these menus. There's not a lot of variation between the characters, like the classes of mage and shit, but maybe I'm wrong. I never played as another class apart from the mage, but from what I've seen, the other ones seemed pretty damn similar. But I suppose that's good. You wouldn't want one to be OP and the others to be a bit shit, so maybe the fact that they're quite similar is a good thing. Just do the final kind of finishing touches. Check we made the right decision here. I'm weird about character creation, like I fucking take hours. Nice. I've seen the starting cutscene before, but I'll leave it on for those of you who haven't. It's a pretty good cutscene. I'll be quiet for it as well, as per usual. I like to be quiet in cutscenes. Alright, well there you go, that was pretty fun. I think I just clicked a button to skip it halfway through, but I did it at a pretty good time. It looked like it was natural. Should we just skip this cutscene as well? Why the fuck not? One thing that's weird that we need to point out is you meet a robot, right? And that's fine, you meet a little robot, he's fine, dabby dozy, right? Happy times. But we're in Russia. Wouldn't the robot speak Russian in Russia? He wouldn't be American. Why is this robot American if he's in Russia? It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. It's strange. Like, I get that he has different kind of voices probably, but I don't know, it seems odd to me. There he is. And the voice of the robot might surprise you. It certainly surprised me at my first playthrough. In a good way. In a good way. If you watch Game of Thrones, you'll probably recognise the voice. He's like that guy off Halo. The architect, I think. I think it's the architect. This whole circle thing. It's a bit like weekly too. Can't speak weekly. Get used to those guys. 3 enemy types. There's more enemy types, but I mean 3. I think this was shown in the gameplay trailer quite long ago. One thing I should point out though is that the beta doesn't really have much of a story. Like, it's strange. It's got tidbits of a story, but I mean they're not going to divulge the whole fucking plot in a beta. But just so you know, there's not like a story per se. Like, you just need to do a few tasks. I'm not sure if that's how it's going to be in the full game. Like, I'm not sure if there's a story mode and it's a multiplayer mode, or whether they're intertwined. I imagine they are intertwined. But I'm not sure how much emphasis there is on the story. I mean, the story would probably be good if there is one, but if there's not, that's okay, I suppose too. It just depends on what they focus on. Do they focus on multiplayer, or do they focus on other stuff? This Call of Duty aren't known for their stories, but I suppose Bungie are. I mean, Halo's pretty good. A lot of people are divided on Halo, but I liked it. It's good.
We won't survive
And
long.
here we are.
Like
We can move around.
Let's get inside
Fun
the walls.
times. Yeah, he says go down there, but I'm not fucking gonna listen to him. Shut up, imp. It's Tyrion, if you didn't know. It's Peter Dinklage. He does the robot voice. I didn't actually adventure down here when I played first. I just listened to what he said. But we're gonna be a rebel. We're gonna go over here and just fuck the establishment. You know? Fuck it. What's over here? Oh, imminent death. That is. It's a long way down. One thing that disappointed me about this game is that there's no free roam. I don't think they ever said there was free roam, but I don't know, it just seems like the type of game where a persistent world would work. So like, you walk from destination to destination, but I suppose that would make an MMO. I don't know, it just puts you in different levels and stuff, and you can explore slightly, but it's like you're exploring a tiny box. You're not exploring the whole world. Maybe I just wanted a different game. Like I said, I didn't look into it beforehand, so I didn't expect anything. So I didn't have any hopes or expectations for it. But yeah, the open world would have been good.
Okay, I need to find you a
Then you
weapon
can just go
before
around
Fall
with
and
your
find
friends.
us. Quiet. They're right above us.
Alright. The Breach, Old Russia. It's definitely Russia. Oh, hello. So, with this character you can hit. With the Mage class, the Warlock class, you push this kind of energy field forward.
I'll see what I can do.
So it's pretty much the same thing. The melee is the same. It's just a different aesthetic. Different look, basically. You just bugger off taking. Oh, shit. I thought that was pretty good when I saw that initially. The way they did that.
I found a rifle.
Maybe it's a bit shit and I'm just easily impressed. You never know. I'm using the share capability, by the way,
use that thing.
on the PS4. Like, I don't have a PVR that works with PS4, so I use the share like kind of thing. So it tells if it looks any good. It seems like it's running pretty fine on my end, but you never know. These things are a bit stupid. It did take me ages to get it to fucking work. It's the only problem. I think I would just be stupid though. You had to press the button twice, but found difficult. Alright, we'll take out these guys. It's pretty easy. I found out that melee is probably the best option for these kind of things. Like, if you shoot them, knock them over and then just fucking hit them in the head and they die. Truth be told, if you just hit them at all, they die. Melee is probably the best option. If you can get close to them, that is. Like, sometimes it's hard to get close. Hello. Just knock him over. I suppose it's good that I've had a character already, because I know what I'm doing. Otherwise I'd be totally clueless. So it'll be easier to watch, it'll be like less cringy. Because I know where I'm going, I know what the buttons are. I did try and record my first playthrough and do a first impressions, but like I said, it was just hard to get it to work. It's working now though, and like I said, there is some benefits from doing it this way.
Trip mines! Don't touch them!
I'm half tempted to just stand up here. Should I do it? Nah. I've been rebellious enough today. Alright, I'll take out this guy. The sniper's pretty good actually. I'm not sure if every class gets a sniper, but if I do get the game in full release, sniper's the way to go. Only problem is it doesn't have many bullets, but it makes up for that in damage. Like, I think later on, like, top level's level 8, and my warlock is level 8, and the highest damage weapon was like 438. So I mean, you can get some good stuff. But one thing you should keep in mind is that there's a few items in the kind of Trader City that are level 20, and Bungie said they're going to make an announcement soon about the beta. So my thinking is they're going to like increase the cap to level 20, because there's so many level 20 items, and I don't know why they would have them if you can't get to level 20, you know. And it's definitely level 8 cap right now, but I think they'll up the ante a few times. The game's out on the 9th of September, I think, so it's pretty close to release. But I think there is enough time for them to like have a longer beta. You can never have too much testing. Even GLaDOS said that.
The Fallen have a tighter hold on this place than I thought. Just a little bit further. Let's hope there's something left out there.
The graphics are really nice on this game actually. I was skeptical about it being on PS4 because I usually play on PC. And I'm used to like modern games and just like
This was an old Cosmodrome.
make them look beautiful as fuck. But I mean, this is pretty damn good. The PS3 version actually looks good as well, because I got a code for PS3 and I used that to see like the difference. And they're both pretty awesome. Alright. Get used to those ships because they fucking appear every 2 minutes. Look at these guys. There is a lot of inspiration from past Halo games, like even on aesthetic alone. A lot of the enemies could be compared to Halo enemies. So like, what are those things? Dregs? No, what the fuck are they called? Dregs! Yeah, dregs. They're a bit like grunts. And then the other guys, the captains, are like brutes. I don't know, maybe I'm just looking at it from the mindset that it is like Halo, but to me it does have a lot of similarities. And even though you use a plasma and stuff, like, seems very Halo-esque. Which isn't really a problem, to be honest. I mean, Halo is a good game. And adding larger co-op to Halo is always good. These guys are just easy. Maybe these guys would be grunts, these little sharky things, because they're just fucking shit. Take him out. I'm gonna make it my aim not to die at all throughout this whole Let's Play. Slash playthrough, slash whatever the fuck I'm doing. But let's see how long that lasts. Let's see how long that little aim lasts, because I can tell you now it's probably not gonna last. Probably die as soon as I say that. We'll go up to level 2, upgraded the thing. Yeah, that was too quick, I updated it before I said I would update it, but you don't get to choose your perks, which is something that's a bit annoying to me. I'm not sure if that's, again, a thing that's just in beta, or whether that's a thing that's in the full release. Because on this, the perks are just given to you one level up, and you don't choose them, it's just set. It would have been nice to have some customization, but as I said, I'm not sure if that's just a beta thing, or whether that's a full release thing, so I don't want to talk about that too much. I assume that it's going to be in the full game that you only get one perk per level, chosen for you, but I could be wrong. Take out these guys. Your health regenerates much like in a Halo and a lot of games actually. So if you just get behind cover and then regen, then it's pretty good. It feels weird though, because I'm used to all the abilities on the warlock class, so I keep trying to glide and shit and it's just not working, so I feel like I've had my wings cut. Some shit. Got the drag. Goodbye. Drags are probably like jackals.
Let me see
I don't know why I'm
if
still
I
talking about Halo, but drags are jackals, sharks are grunts, captains are... No, sharks aren't fucking grunts. I'm confused now. Jackals
It's been here
are
a
dregs,
while.
sharks, grunts, captains, brutes.
Hasn't made a jump in centuries.
And then elites
We're
would
lucky
be...
the fallen
I
haven't
don't know
taken
what the
we
fuck
can
elites would be.
Will it fly?
I can make it work.
Alright, well, make it work. Make it so. The game's really good for like just jumping in and playing, you know? Like, the story's pretty engrossing. I like the story, or what it has, the closest thing to a story it has. But the game's pretty good for just jumping in, having a little match, and then jumping back out. It's good at like kind of being this kind of game where you can just jump in and out quickly, you know? You don't have to spend hours and hours thinking about stuff and just planning stuff. For me, it's an easy play sort of, like the video game equivalent of easy listening, which isn't bad. I'm not saying it's like bad because it's easy. I mean, it's difficult at parts, but I don't know, there's just something about it which makes it easy to access. And there's that ominous guy. Maybe he has relevance in the story, maybe he doesn't. I don't fucking know. Because there isn't much of a story. It's all mixed and matched, like different parts. And at the end of the levels you get this kind of stats screen. One thing to keep in mind is with this class I have got better accuracy. So take that for whatever it means. But I always do ability kills the most because they're easy. Alright, we've got a new ship. Nice. And the episode here. I'll see you next time. We'll probably do part 2.